All right, we were so thankful to hear from the superintendent, Dr. Baron Davis, about what was happening at the school, and now we want to move on to the next phase, which is healing. Certainly we saw shocking images of kids running out of the school, of police running into the school, so we know now is the time to talk to a counselor or somebody that can help us process those emotions.
Yeah, Dr. Davis made it very clear that no one was physically injured.
Right.
But you don't know how the feelings are hurt until you start asking those questions. So Jennifer Wolf is a friend of Friend at Five. She is a certified trauma specialist. She works specifically with kids and adults who have PTSD. And Jennifer, what I was saying to our news director earlier today when I looked at this situation, and I hope I'm not using this term incorrectly, but I feel like our kids are constantly living in a state of fight or flight.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And unfortunately, there can be, just based on that traumatic exposure, whether it's perceived or it's an actual threat, that sometimes when there's just a perception or there's the unpredictability factor, that can be more traumatizing than actually experiencing the event. So where we're fight and flight, we also have to teach kids how to engage in activities, and for us as adults to balance out, because prolonged stages of fight and flight, the body is going to take a toll on the body. So there's different activities or different things that you can teach them to do. Breathe for one, yoga, meditation, prayer, just learning how to bring down the nervous system when it's been so jacked up, unfortunately. And this is very emotional for kids, for parents. It's unfortunate that we're having to talk about this, but we are.
So let's say, it's 5:30. Everybody's going to be sitting down to the dinner table within the next hour with their family. How do we start this conversation? How do we open? Because, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 14, 15, they're not always the most chatty about their feelings. How do we get them to open up talking with us tonight about how this is making them feel?
Right. Right. Wonderful question. Well, the first thing I would say is know your child. You know the child that's going to come in the door and, hey, let me tell you, blah, 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 and then the other ones that's going to be more introverted. So you want to meet them where they are and just be very factual with the conversation. I think a great way to start it is to say, hey, this has been a tough day for all of us. And I'm feeling a lot of things. A parent, by saying, hey, it scared me and I'm angry about it or I'm sad about it, to express that without just being consumed. So you got to be that foundation for that child to open the conversation. So be factual. Say, I just wonder, what is anybody else feeling this way, or what's going on for you guys with this, or how was this? Boy, this was rough. And how are you doing? Talk to me. What's going on?
So how do we, Jennifer, thread the needle so that we as parents don't put our feelings,
our stress
on our kids? How do we make sure that happens? I'm going to put you on hold and let you think about that question real quick. We're going to take a quick commercial break, encouraging our viewers, if you have questions, send them in, but we're back after this short break.